Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right. What's going on, you guys? How are you? You look fabulous. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Again, this is such a tremendous honor for myself and so many others that are here on this team for Krista's Crusaders to have been asked to run for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society Man and Woman of the Year, which I'm really excited about. So I want to say thank you so much for joining in tonight for this very tremendous event that we have in. It's the Mic Drop In for a Cure, which I'm so honored to be a part of with two of my dearest friends that are joining us here tonight. It means a lot to me. This particular artist lives here locally. He's multi-talented. He's a producer. He's Grammy nominated. You name it, he has done it. And I'm just so happy that he's here tonight to take on this role to help all of us raise awareness to blood cancer. This means a lot to me. This has touched my family's life and so many others that are part of this journey with me that you will actually get to know here tonight. So we honor them and we honor all of you out there in Madtown who have been touched by this vicious disease. And that's what we're here to do, is to do as much as we can to bring awareness because we got 2 more weeks to again bring as much love and respect to those that have been touched with blood cancer and for the Krista's Crusaders. So I'm super excited to introduce this phenomenal man. Give it up to my dear friend, local artist Rip. He's preparing, when you're that good, honey, you gotta make sure that you're in the loose. So he's all good. So I love this too, by the way. We are on our very first virtual performance. So this is really cool, by the way. So we got a lot of beautiful people in this audience right now. And I also want to let you know that we have some amazing auction items that you can bid on right now. So make sure you do that because it's always a good time for, especially during the summer. So yeah, why not, right? Mm-hmm. Why not? Oh, here you are. Come on over here. You guys give it up to Rip.
Give it up to God. Hi.
Hi, honey. I love you. So, Rip, I'm super excited for you to be here tonight to share so much of the love that you have. You have been with me through a lot of different great things to bring awareness, not only to mental health. Now you are on Krista's Crusaders helping me fight this blood cancer. So I so appreciate you not only being here tonight, but you also have brought someone that's outstanding as well to our performance.
Yeah, I brought my homeboy, my brother, and my new artist, Rip Records, Nicky. He's in the house, came up from Indiana. So he has a couple songs he's going to perform too. And he's my brother, man. We've been hitting the road, just doing these shows and working on new music. And it's awesome to welcome him to the Rip Records family. And he's part of just the fam. That's my dude, man. Get out here.
Come on over here, Nicky Gracious. Nicky, it's been an absolute pleasure finally meeting you too, by the way, and I'm super excited for you to show your love and share this tonight, so thank you so much. By the way, Nicky drove out 5 hours to come and perform for us tonight, so thank you for that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, we're excited, you guys. Again, you guys are 2 tremendous duos, and you're going to help us fight cancer and raise awareness, so Rip, are you ready, my man?
I'm always ready.
All right, dude.
Let's go. Right. Shalisha, where you at? Hey, we didn't even introduce my homegirl, Shalisha. Come on now.
Shalisha!
Who has her mic? This is my homegirl, Shalisha. She's been my friend for, man, over 10 years since I came to Madison. Man, she's been rocking with me, supporting me. She's been an awesome support. So she's gonna help sing some backup vocals, because she knows all the lyrics on all my songs, pretty much. And yeah, so welcome, y'all. Thank you guys for coming. We got a wonderful crew in the house tonight. We got amazing Krista. Hey, we just want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're here raising money for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Krista was nominated for Woman of the Year, and she has a lot of people in her family that are near and dear to her heart that are dealing with this disease. And my mom just confirmed today. I just remember my grandma died from leukemia too. So it happened in a matter of days. Like I remember, we found out on Friday, and then she passed away like that next Monday or Tuesday. It was that quick. So anything I can do, to fight, diseases, I'm here to support, and it means a lot to Krista. It means a lot to me, and I thank you guys for rocking with her and being on the team. And man, let's get it. So I'm gonna perform a song. This first song I'm gonna perform is called "New Me." It is the first opening track on my third studio album, which is my last album, called Trinity. And it's actually my first, after doing music for like over 15 years, it was my first faith-based album. So it was me just kind of coming back as a new artist, a new person, just, you know, a whole new me. And it was me just coming back out, you know what I'm saying? And that's what this song depicts.
Lord, help me. I can't keep doing this. I feel so empty.
Listen to me. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
But that's not me anymore. I'm not fulfilled with what I was doing. God gave me this talent and passion in my heart, yet it's not been rewarding.
Yeah.
Just be the best version of yourself in anything that you do. All you need to have is faith in God, an undying passion for what you do, and a relentless drive and the will to do whatever it takes to be successful.
I feel like I've done all that, except there's just one thing I haven't done yet.
If you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. You want it, and you're going to go all out.
Back with the immaculate flow, attacking the track like a pro, rolling the crack in his soul, sad with the pack that he chose, ran out of gas on the road, had to get back to the goal, laughed for the past with a glow, that's when he had to know, yeah, there's gotta be more than this life in his shows, we're racking up another stupid notch in the post, man, it's time to deliver some unequivocal scripture from the biblical figure, the world is trying to get rid of, and I was even warned that I was gonna be hated by you because of my belief in him, but in the end we gonna win, I'm trying to comprehend, you know better than the one who spoke everything that's who exists, man. Must have been taking pretend. We the same, Irish and resistance. From machine, for my case. How you gonna rattle it? On my team, we ain't never lost a battle yet.
Why do we pray only when we need? Tell me, how can I change for the better me? Show me the path to take when I can't breathe. Tell me, how can you have faith? Don't believe. Tell me, why do we pray only when we need? Tell me, how can I change for the better me? Show me the path to take when I can't breathe. Tell me, how can you have faith if you don't believe?
So when you begin to look at your past, give an interpretation that empowers you. That's where I used to be. That's not where I am now. I'm growing.
Man, I'm sold out to my whole house, no doubt. Came crashing down straight, blow out, life 10, rip 0. Will I ever win? When I give it up for me, give it up for him. Swimming and women with a minimum, million in the bank, and I gotta have some fame. Got it tatted on my legs, young and dumb. How could a young kid be so insane? Thinking those will ease the pain. I want my accolades, living happily, it's all a vanity. So I lost my sanity. In a fantasy without a purpose, training for my soul, really even worth it. I wasn't the best man I could have been. Now I'm striving to be what I should have been. Like I was born again in Christ died for my sins. Man, it's never too late. You want to search for me.
Tell me why do we pray only when we need? Tell me, how can I change for the better me? Show me the path to take when I can't breathe. Tell me, how can you have faith if you don't believe me? Tell me, why do we pray only when we need? Tell me, how can I change for the better me? Don't show me the path to take when I can't breathe. Ask me, why do I have faith? It's because I believe. Now every day I pray, a brand new me.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
All right, we got Krista coming on.
Oh, give it up, you guys. Once again, loving on it. That's the beautiful thing about music, and I'm so honored to be a part of that each and every day because that really soothes the soul. And you know what these guys do and Shalisha does really touches so many people's hearts, and that's why when it comes to inner pain, listening to a song can just change your day and take that away. I want to introduce a phenomenal woman that had walked into my life when I first moved here 6 years ago to do something called the American Family Children's Hospital Radiothon, a woman that knows too much about what blood cancer can do, especially when it comes to touching a child's life. And not only did this touch her child's life, it touched the entire family. So first, I'd like to welcome my very dear friend, Lori Schultz. Come on over, girlfriend.
Thanks, Krista. You're so sweet.
No, you're sweeter.
Nah.
You're pretty.
Nah, you're
Yes,
pretty.
you are.
Nah, you're pretty.
So, Lori, it's never easy for myself to talk to you and interview you. You become one of my dearest friends, and when you're talking to someone that is so close to you and talking about something that so tragically has happened to your family, it's never easy.
I know.
So bring us back to the day when your beautiful daughter, Christina, was touched with blood cancer.
All right. Well, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It was August 20th, 2001, her 4th birthday. And she wasn't feeling good the weekend before that. We were at a wedding, and she fell asleep at the bar. Not like her mom at all. But she loved to dance, and she just wasn't. So she just was kind of lethargic and didn't really feel good, but that was it. So that Monday, which was her birthday, I took her into the pediatrician, and I just thought, well, maybe it's the chicken pox, or who knows. And 2 hours later, the doctor came in and said, I need you to take her immediately to the children's hospital to the ICU. I remember vividly I asked if we could pack a bag, and she said, you can't go home. You have to go right now. Her white cell count was so high that it was like sludge in her body, and she could have had a stroke at any second. So hopped in the car. Of course, it was move-in, move-out day on campus, so we couldn't get there from here in a very easy way or a very fast way. The first day, the first night, they told us, definitely leukemia. Good news is, it's ALL. Piece of cake. We got a protocol, piece of cake. But her white cell count is so high, we're not sure that she'll survive the night and if she'll be able to get chemo. If we can strip her blood of some of her white cells and it stays down, she'll get chemo and we're on our way. So that was the first hurdle we had to try and get over. She made it through the night. Her count stayed down. She started chemo. 3 days later, we get the word that it's a rare form. It's Philadelphia chromosome positive. The only protocol for that at that time was a bone marrow transplant. So immediately, her dad and I and her little sister Hannah, who was she was 14 months old at the time of diagnosis, we all went to be matched. No one matched. So we went on to the National Registry. She had no matches. And at that point, there was really nothing else they could do. So we begged the team to try and find a trial, to try and find something. And they found a trial that had already started. But under compassionate care, the doctor who was leading the trial could agree for us to follow that protocol. He graciously did that for us. He gave us 2.5 extra years with her, which was absolutely amazing. She got into remission right away on the trial drug. She was living life to the fullest. She got her main line pulled so we could go on vacation and she could swim in the ocean. And 2.5 years later, We were doing our routine tests, and she relapsed. And I thought the worst day of my life was when I heard my daughter had cancer. The worst day of my life was telling her it was back. And she looked at me, and she just said, "Mom, I don't want to die." What do you say to a kid? So I pulled my bootstraps up, and I just looked at her, and I said, "We're going to do everything we can, and so are your doctors. We're going to just keep fighting. That's all we can do." The weekend that we told her she relapsed was also her very last dance recital that she got to do, and she loved to dance. We went back to the registry. We knew we didn't have a match, so we weren't sure where we were going from here. And magically, she had two almost perfect matches appeared. And they did more typing. We found an unrelated perfect match, which is almost unheard of back then especially. And they contacted the donor, and she said, of course, I would do that. She knew she was donating to a child. That's all she knew. And we figured out that she was on the East Coast because of the time difference for when the marrow arrived. So we knew that much about our donor at the time. The transplant worked. She was doing great. And then all of a sudden, her marrow just quit producing for whatever reason. Now, we had become friends with her donor, and we were family. And we knew she wanted to start a family. And so I called her ahead of time and said, "I'm not supposed to do this, but I want you to know I'm giving you full permission to say you can't donate." And she said, "I'm so glad you called me because I was supposed to go in tomorrow for in vitro. If I'd have waited, we wouldn't have had that chance." So she donated stem cells. We did that second transplant. It was going along beautifully. She was in the ICU, and we had just met with the doctors to take her off the ventilator the next morning. We had her lightened enough that she could communicate with us. And I told her we were going to go get some lunch, and she coded. And that was April 9th, 2007. And she fought long and hard for those almost 6 years. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss her. So much has changed, though, in the 13 years since we've lost her, that even with Philadelphia chromosome, there's new protocols, and they're working for kids and for families. And I am blessed through my position with American Family Children's Hospital to work with our pediatric oncologists who are part of the North American Dream Team. And I actually got to meet the doctor that gave us permission to use his protocol under compassionate care. And that was number one on my bucket list, that I had to meet him. And I did, and I thanked him. And, you know, without the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, without Dream Team, St. Baldrick's, without all of these organizations, we wouldn't be moving the protocols forward and the treatments. And what I tell families when I'm talking with them for a radiothon is every bit that we can help helps to make childhood cancer a treatable and a manageable disease. So when a family hears your 4-year-old has cancer, your life doesn't completely fall apart.
It's shocking to know that the reality of childhood cancer, there's over 100 types of cancers for kids.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the stats are 80% are curable. That's not okay, that we're leaving 20% behind. And I can tell you personally that the trials that are happening for childhood cancer are pretty amazing. And they're going to make huge strides So that honestly, when somebody hears your child has cancer, no matter which one of the 100, it's going to be okay.
Well, Lori, I say this to you every time. The light of who Christina is always there. And every time we talk about her, she is always around. And she is always looking down on you. I know this in my heart of how proud she is, because you are always keeping her legacy alive. And now you're doing it again with helping us to bring awareness. Along with other children that we are bringing this awareness, like Christina, the boy and girl of the year is Jeffrey and Violet. So we are doing what we can to help these two little kiddos who also are struggling with this disease. And so I thank you so much for sharing Christina's life with us, and you continue to do so, especially on 93.1 Jams in our Madison community. And you have a beautiful family, and I thank you for always sharing her with us. And with that said, with this time, that's what this is all about, is raising awareness for everyone to know that this means a lot to our community, not only honoring families like Lori's, but so many out here in our community as well. And so that's what tonight is all about, is donating to this cause. And so if you have it in your heart to donate and to help out those little kiddos like Lori's family went through, please do so. Because one thing I will tell you that I've learned many times is that when you have cancer and a family is struck by this, life still goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Bills are still having to be paid.
Absolutely.
You still have to feed your children.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult.
It is. I had to keep working because I had the insurance. So my husband ended up quitting his job to be the full-time caregiver, and I felt like I missed out on so much of her life in those almost 6 years. And the guilt never stops about that. So anything that anybody out there can give, please give, because it does help.
Well, thank you, Lori, for being a part of this and to help us bring awareness and fight. And we love you, and we will always continue to share your beautiful daughter and your family all together. So thank you so much for coming on today and sharing her with us.
Thank you. Of course I will.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, Madtown, there you have it again. Please donate what you can, because it's all going for a great cause to help out Krista's Crusaders fight, again, blood cancer in our community. And with that said, more tremendous music is now being had. Again, give it up to our boy, Rip.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's always sad to hear a family and a mother have to lose a child at a very young age. That's never easy to have to hear and deal with. So, guys, once again out there, we're raising funds, raising money for leukemia, fighting fighting against blood cancer and everything. And if you guys have it in your heart, any little donation will help go towards this cause. There's a link on either YouTube or the Facebook, and then it's on the actual link that I'm linking to where you can actually donate, which is tinyurl.com/Krista's Mic Drop. That's all lowercase, so you guys can donate there. I got another song. I got my homegirl Shalisha right here, and she's gonna help me out with this one. Keep things rolling. Yeah.
Take me to your garden, show me the light, wash me in the water, Lord, take me home. Oh, I know that I can do this alone.
Hey, who really is Rip, and why is he making this Jesus so central? That kid is too broken, I've seen what he's into. You seen what I'm into? Have you felt what I've been through? No. Those skeletons in my closet, I'm cleaning them out, and including the basement, the cellar, and attic. Alcohol, crack is just some of our habits. My family of addicts, been to the bottom and feasted with demons. Like, what is the reason, boy? What are you thinking at church, praising Jesus? Looking for meaning, then later I'm tipping some strippers that evening. Bounce with depression without the discretion. I'm out getting reckless, so how could I end this? Can anyone really redeem all my wrongs? Even though all my wrongs help me write all these songs.
Take me to your garden, show me the
with PR on the phone. Said I was the only to do it from home. Can't none of our peers ever really do it. Follow the dreams and really pursue it. People been hating me, people been praising me. I promise on everything, you should not envy me. Way too much pain was willing to creating me. Wouldn't wish any on any of my enemies. Look at my face, you can see what I've been through. Examine my soul through my eyes as a window. Can tell if it worked. My brother was murdered 2004. My girl did the unheard of. Never supported this affliction. The sexual addiction kept me mentally in prison. Kept me from loving. I'm supposed to be Christian until he reminds me that we are forgiven.
Take me to your garden, show me the light, wash me in the water, Lord, take me home. Take me to your garden, show me the light, wash me in the water, Lord, take me home.
Every day on my knees I pray. Praise the Lord that he's here to stay. Praise the Lord cause my life has changed. He'll renew anything. Every story has two sides. Heads or tails, this is mine. For his glory, he has his. The Redeemer his who believes in him.
Take me to your garden, show me the light, wash me in the water, Lord, take me home. Take me to your garden, show me the light, wash me in the water, take me home from my knees.
Yeah. Thank you. Give it up for Shalisha.
Thank you.
That's called Who Is Ripped. That was on my last album, Trinity. I was going through a lot, real dark phase in my life, and that was an album that I was growing through in my faith, and just coming out and sharing my, my growth with the world. Yeah.
You know what? These three are absolutely everything to me. I mean, the amount of love and the amount of passion that you guys have together, that you touch so many people's life with your music. And so it's just truly, means a lot to not only us, but to everyone that listens to your music. And so the voices that you have, like I said, music heals, and that's what's so powerful. And that's why you guys are here tonight. So once again, thank you for all that. With that said, you guys, we have some amazing auction items right now that you can start bidding on that is a part of this event, like the Elements board, skateboard that you can get. We have an amazing painting that I will tell you that a local artist himself, Mark Espanol, has created. This is a beautiful person that I have not personally met, but listens to the show. And he is a young man that is also incarcerated. And he made this beautiful piece that you will see when you bid now is of a lion. And he lost both his parents while incarcerated. And it's just an amazing story that not only he, but also the other inmates have signed this amazing card. And, showing love and compassion for human beings, that's what this is all about. You never know what someone is going through personally. And that's why this is so important, too, that we share this love for so many. Also, you can start bidding on paparazzi jewelry, Milwaukee Bucks print donated by Talarian, a party for 4 to the Duck Blind, and also if you got to get your waxing on, girl, because sometimes we do, Shalisha. I don't know about you, Nicky and Rip. Okay, it can happen. All right, maybe Rip does. I don't know.
Hey.
Hey.
He needs his back waxed.
Oh no, I think I started something. So once again. So make sure you do, once again, because it's all going for a great cause to help fight cancer. So give it up to the guys again.
Hey. Are we doing another one? We got another song coming? Oh, all right. Krista, where are Oh, all right. I wasn't ready. I thought they were doing. Actually, I was, but now my song. No, hold on. That song that I made isn't coming through now. All right, hold them up.
Listen,
Here we go.
got a lot
I
of
got
songs.
you. No, we got it. We
Oh,
good.
okay. You got it.
Yeah, this next song is called Best Friend off my last album, Trinity. Once again, all these songs so far have been off my last album, Trinity. I released about 4 years ago. And yeah, it's called Best Friend. It's about my best friend. Yeah. Come on.
Best thing I ever did with my life was dedicated to my best friend. To my best friend, that's when all of the stress became less than the heavy weight on my shoulder that always kept me stressing. I don't even know how to get through life without you. I'ma succeed in a walk despite the doubtful, like you're literally the air that I breathe. Incomplete like a snare with no beat. I'm over there with my peeps, do my dirt while you patiently waiting for me. If indeed I love unconditionally, and even the show's really over for good. Who else really gonna be by my side? Still on my team, beaming with pride. Like why do you still care? Why are you still there? Still got my back year after long year. Even all the hurts, hang-ups and addictions couldn't make you love me any different.
Somehow you always see the best in me. Even when I hurt you with the rest of me. Open my eyes and I'm so blessed to see you standing here with love that's just for me. Somehow you always see the best in me. Even when I hurt you with the rest of me. Open my eyes and I'm so blessed to see you standing here, you're standing here.
The other day I dropped a new joint, everybody coming out the woodwork, showing love, this is how it should work, till I sit and let it marinate, these opinions never varying, do they even really carry weight, like people wanna know me, when I'm flowing to the rhythm, but Josh is at home feeling lonely, nobody wanna be my homie, on my knees in my room with tears, full of fumes and fears, like who gonna come for me, yeah, who gonna come for me, when I'm down and feeling weak in the knees, cause my life got the best of me, this anxiety is testing me, and I slipped in my ways yet again, sick every day from my sin, quit disgracing your friend, and you sit with that face but no grin, you like, you know I'ma forgive you again, right?
Somehow you always see the best in me, even when I hurt you with the rest of me. Open my eyes and I'm so blessed to see you standing here with love that's just for me. Somehow you always see the best in me, even when I hurt you with the rest of me. Open my eyes and I'm so blessed to see you standing here, you standing here.
I don't get you, it's blowing my mind, like you really are one of a kind, it don't make no sense, you want the best for me, and I'm living selfishly, can't even give the rest of me, but I'm only inflicting pain on myself, metaphorically speaking, I'm only hanging myself, I'm escaping your help, making names for myself, aiming fame and no wealth, this ain't good for my health, man I blame myself, man I don't mean to be foolish, but don't you think it's kinda stupid how I do you like Judas, but you still on my team, talk about come on let's do this, how many times I gotta betray you for you up and leave and say, man I'm done with these screws, but you tell me relax, even if you relapse, I'ma see that, you will be back on your feet once again, believe that, I need that, that's why I chose you for my best friend, chose you for my best friend.
Somehow you always see the best in me. When I hurt you with the rest of me. Open my eyes and I'm so blessed to see you standing here with love that's just for me. Somehow you always see the best in me. Even when I hurt you with the rest of me. Open my eyes and I'm so blessed to see you standing here,
Now you know that together you and I, we gon' get it, we a team, they can't stop us, we gon' get it now. Now you know that together you and I, we gon' get it, we a team, they can't stop us, we gon' get it now. Now you know that together you and I, we gon' get it, we a team, they can't stop us, we gon' get it now. Now you know that together you and I, we gon' get it, we a team, they can't stop us, we gon' get it now. Just me and my best friend, we gon' get it now. Just me and my best friend, we gon' get it now. Just me and my best friend. Just me and my best friend. Yeah.
Woo!
Hey.
Yeah. Speaking about besties, you three.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're all pretty tight. We're all pretty tight.
I love it.
Except when you go on a road trip with this guy for a few days.
He's all right.
I'm just playing. We have a ball. We have a ball.
Nikki, you've been like traveling like nonstop.
Nonstop. Yeah.
So where have you been like now the couple of weekends that you've been going?
So in the past 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, I've been from Florida back to Indiana, from Indiana to Georgia, Georgia back to Indiana, Indiana to South Carolina, South Carolina back to Indiana, from Indiana to here. And, you know, even though the traveling is somewhat exhausting, it's well worth it, you know. The outcome and the people that get helped and the people who, you know, become more aware that God is real, you know, it makes it all worth it for me. So I love it.
Well, we're excited to have you here in Madison because we've been showing love on night through and Jams with your song. And thanks to Rip for you guys coming together, especially with your story. It's just been remarkable. Yeah. So we thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Mattel, when it comes to another family that we are now going to be sharing is someone that is extremely beautiful, both of them in my life, and I'm very humbled and honored to bring this adorable husband and wife together. Every time I talk about these two, I'm like, could you get hotter than this couple right here? We talk about it all the time. I know they hate when I say it, but it is true. So I would love to introduce to you two very, very sweet human beings that have a beautiful family, to Jory and Stephen Kettleston. So come on up. I love the dainty claps. It's like, come on now. I told you how hot they are. Here you go. Jory. There you go, honey. Right there. So I'm super excited for you guys to be here. Not only are you here tonight, you also are very much a part of this fight that I'm doing with the journey that we have been on for the past 5 months with Krista's Crusaders. Stephen and Jory are both on Krista's Crusaders team. And when I talk about someone that is absolutely wonderful from the inside out is definitely this couple right here, because when it comes to blood cancer, like I've discussed it many times, it doesn't care how old you are, how much money you make, whose family is going to touch. And this is definitely something that touched your family within you both. So bring us back to the day, Stephen, when you first found out that you had blood cancer.
Yeah, thanks for having us on here, Krista. And yeah, it started, it was 2018. It was right around Christmas time. We were supposed to be going and having family Christmas in Milwaukee. All the kids get together. And prior to that, I was playing basketball. I was getting really fatigued. You know, I play a lot of golf, and I was getting a lot of pain in my left arm and in my chest. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I really wanted to go to Milwaukee because the kids wanted to go hang out with their cousins. And my wife said, you know, you have to go in. And I didn't want to, so I went in. And come to find out, they said I was having a heart attack. And at that point in time, you know, I didn't know what to think. You know, I was at a loss because, you know, at the time I was, you know, 33, in pretty decent health.
The doctor actually made him redo the test because he was like, I can't really believe that this is happening, so we're gonna redo the test and make sure what we think is happening is actually happening.
Yeah, and then from there, they took me to, was it Merida or UW?
I think UW.
I think it was UW. And from there, I was in there for a few days. They ran through every test possible to figure out, you know, if my heart was okay. Everything checked out there. So after that, they discharged me. And how I ended up finding out what I had was my primary doctor started looking back through my charts and was seeing that my platelet levels were slowly increasing. So he goes, I want to refer you over to hematology. I got into the UW and went in there. And from there, they did a bone marrow biopsy, and what they found out is my bone marrow is making too many platelets, which is making my blood thick, which caused the heart attack. So from there, now once a day, I take a chemo med to regulate my platelet levels and my red blood cells and white blood cells, and I go in once a month and regulate it. And like I tell my wife, some days are better than others, but I feel way better than, what I felt before. So it's tough, and hearing, before Lori's, story of, her daughter, that hits home. And, I always tell my wife, I want to do everything I can to, raise money for, everyone that has blood cancer out here, because, to have a child that hasn't even had a chance to, live life, is hard. And, there's a lot of research for everything else. And, it's not the amount of money that you put towards it. We need to come in numbers and, help, find a cure, so these kids and, young adults and even adults, can live a better life. So it's been a tough road, but, I know other people, have it worse. And, I want to, fight and help for other people.
Jory, realizing that your husband has been touched by an incurable blood disease and being a mother of little kids, what did this feel to you when you first found out these words, that this was true, or?
I feel like it was definitely a shock. A lot of people might not know this, but Stephen's dad died at a young age from cancer. And his sister was diagnosed at a very young age with a super aggressive breast cancer. So hearing like that it now touched Stephen was very alarming. I think it's, as a mom, I know in the background what Stephen went through without a parent, and I think I feel like that's one of my biggest fears. And the kids have been wonderful, and Stephen has been phenomenal. He always pushes through. He always is doing what he can with the kids, so I give him major, major props. And I know that no matter what happens, the kids are always gonna know that their dad loves them, that he was always there for them, and that I just can't believe how strong he is.
And that's why this is so important, that we do what we can to raise money to help families. You're looking at two very young people who are a husband and wife, who have the entire future ahead of them to have their little kids grow up to be with their mom and dad. And we don't want anything to happen to this beautiful family. And we don't want that to happen to anyone else's, because it does each and every day. The vibrance and energy that you have, because I've known you, Stephen, before I found out that you had blood cancer. For you two, you're very, hardworking individuals, and for something like this to happen, but you're so strong from the inside. Where do you find the strength to get up every day, especially when you don't feel good?
It's my kids, our kids. That's really what, keeps me moving forward. Obviously, like my wife said, is, I know what it's like, not having a parent. So, I want to do, everything I can to, raise awareness for this, to, hopefully, find, some sort of cure for it. The medicine I take is not something that, I can take forever, so it's, I've been through a lot of different things in my life and overcome, a lot of stuff. And I think that's what's, really helped me kind of, dig deep and, pull it together for them. And, it's hard, and a lot of people, don't even know that I have it. But that's that's just kind of how I am. I don't like to show anything. You know, I like to I keep it very close. And but that's one thing I was talking to my wife about is, you know, I would like to get out there more and talk about it more and raise awareness. Because, you know, it touches everyone. You know, cancer sucks. You know, it doesn't care, like you said. And, you know, we need to all come together to find a cure.
Jory, tell everyone why this is so important for them to do what they can to gently donate, especially for what we're doing right now to raise this amount of money in the time that we have left to fight for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
So one thing when we went to Stephen's hematologist is they said that a lot of blood cancers are underfunded for research. And he said, you know, currently there's not really a lot of treatments out there, right? And the only thing Stephen can take currently is chemo. And the doctor said, listen, you can't be on that forever, so we'll cross that bridge when you get there. But he said, we're really excited. More recently, more research is being done on them. So he goes, hopefully we'll find something that can help you, right? And hopefully to me is a little unsettling. I know it's a really, really hard time right now in the pandemic, but anything helps, like Stephen said, in numbers, right? $10. You know, whatever anybody can spare, $10 could help. $10 could be the difference of finding a cure and not finding a cure.
So it's now that we do this and help families like Jory and Stephen, and like you said, cancer in general sucks. I lost my dad from melanoma. I didn't grow up with my dad, and once he was diagnosed with the melanoma cancer, you know, he always told me, we have our future together, Chris, we have our future together. And then once that happened, I had 3 years with him. And just in general, in my mind, that, you know, blood cancer is the kickoff of all cancers in my heart, because that's what we're made of. And we need to do what we can so no other father passes and no other mother as well. So that's what we said, like Jory said, any amount will help, and please do so, because that's what we're here to do, and to raise awareness for blood cancer. And I thank you so much, especially to you both, because you really are beautiful. You're a beautiful couple. You've been very, very sweet to me with my time being here in Madison, and I just thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you for all that you do for the community.
Well, there you have it. Again, give it up to, again, fabulous couples that, again, are touched no matter what with blood cancer, and you're always going to continue to fight, because that's what you are. And you're still a hot couple. I will say that all the time. So Matt, tell them once again, we've got amazing auction prizes that you can go ahead and bid on right now in honor of phenomenal families like Jory and Stephen Kettleson and their adorable families. If you go on and you can bid on the Elements Board Shop skateboard. We've got the framed line painting and card. We also have gas furnace or AC tune-up from our friends at Harker Heating and Cooling. You can bid on the Milwaukee Bucks print donated by our friends at Tellurian. Also paparazzi jewelry, if you like to get your jewels on as much as I do, you're gonna love on that. Also, of course, we love our mallards. We have a party for 4 at the Duck Blind, so that's a great experience. And then if you like to get your wax on, velvet waxing is also up for grabs. So these are all really great opportunities for you to enjoy, but they go for a great cause. Again, we are here tonight to fight blood cancer. This is very near and dear to my heart. Again, we are doing what we can with Krista's Crusaders. I've got about 25 amazing team members that have been doing what they can, working tirelessly through this campaign. And so that's what we're doing as a community, not only with myself, but all the other candidates, the men and the women that are doing what they can in their teams as well. So thank you again. And so, of course, I want to introduce the man himself. Give it up to Rip. Is he around? There he is.
I'm not the man, he's the man, but you know, we can, All right, so man, once again, it's hard to follow these stories up, man. It's just like, really, I'm nothing here. Like this isn't about me. You know, people tuning in. Like I got it shared on my Facebook and my YouTube channel that's connected to this Tiltify thing. But this is not about me. I'm here lending my talents and I'm trying to help out in any way that I can with my resources and everything. Because this is about other people. This is about people who are going through some difficult times, who are struggling with, cancer and all this other stuff. So please, if you guys, if you would donate, there's a donate button on the Tiltify page, which is at tinyurl.com/Krista's mic drop. That's all lowercase. I don't know if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or on the Tiltify page. But that's the page, the landing page, and you can donate now. So this money goes towards Krista's campaign, like she said, to fight, blood cancer, and it's going to the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. You want to turn on your mic?
Everybody to keep in mind. Hello. I want everybody to keep in mind too that cancer is a monster. Every 3 minutes, somebody's diagnosed with some form of cancer or another. And it's not just the people that get diagnosed with the cancer that suffer. It's the entire family. Cancer robs people of relationships. And, anything that we can do to fight back. And it's so aggressive. This disease is so aggressive. It touches so many people's lives and it rips families apart. So whatever we can do to fight back and give cancer a black eye, me and Rip, we're down for it. We're ready to get in the trenches and fight, and I commend you, man. You're a strong dude, man. And you guys are a beautiful family. For you guys to be going through that, it's just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And to lose a child, the strength is, your character, it comes out like in situations like this. And to see the strength for you to be sitting there looking as good as you do, as healthy as you do with your kids, and you guys are smiling, that's what a real man is. You know what I mean? And I commend you, man. I commend you.
Once again, if y'all find it in your hearts, you can donate at www.tinyurl.com/Krista's mic drop. We're going to kick it off with our next song. Once again, this is probably the most popular song on my last album, Trinity. It brought me to the Grammys. I was on the ballot, considered for a Grammy nomination with this song, and it was a huge blessing. It changed my life, and it changed a lot of other people's lives too. And yeah.
Don't let me drown in darkest days. Burdens I carry, I can't escape. Take all the troubles and pain away. Hoping and praying for better days. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let
Lord,
me
I gave my life at a young age, but it seemed to me I had one aim. Give my heart, push you aside, then live my life for the front page. Do my way or the highway, not really lean on my faith. But nowadays, not just holidays, it's my ways, screaming Yahweh. Can't hit rock bottom without a rock, so now is the time that I need you most. So my life feel like a sinking boat, and I need to grow like a seed you sow. And my heart can't sustain yet another blow. Thought the worst was through when he took my bro to my father's stroke. Now we out of home, wanna be a father, no, now I'm out of home.
Don't let me drown in the darkest days. Burdens I carry, I can't escape. Take all the troubles and pain away. Hoping and praying for better days. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me.
One day I'll be free again. One day we gon' meet again. One day I'ma sleep again. Till then I'ma weep again. Can't keep these demons up out of my head. Can't pull myself up out of this bed. He'll sleep away more than half the day and barely eat like a castaway. On the outside looks like he's doing great. You see the draw line once again in his face. He's losing weight, make no mistake. He contemplates what they have to say. Feet passed away, cherry tree. Promise better days I can barely see. Like a scary dream, and it's very bleak. Make it very brief, cause I can barely breathe.
Don't let me drown in the darkest days. I carry, I can't escape. Take all the troubles and pain away. Hoping and praying for better days. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me
Lord, take these pains, make life peaceful. Lift these burdens that make me feeble. Cause hurt people, they hurt people. And rather than to exert evil, no longer want to deceive people. Wanna lift them up like a church steeple. Constant losses, addictions, betrayal equals. Leaning on vices that don't need you. Cause the devil knows where I'm weak. But the Lord, he knows who I seek. Only one that won't let me sink. So guess which one who got me? Yeah, guess which one who got me? The one that got me to see that he will not leave or forsake me or break
Don't
me.
let me drown in the darkest days. Burdens I carry, I can't escape. Take all the troubles and pain away. Hoping and praying for better days. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown.
Krista likes that one a little bit. She likes that one a little bit. That's one of her favorites.
I'm a huge fan of that song.
Girl, get in here. Get in the
Okay.
camera view. Get in here.
All
girl.
right, here
Come
we
on.
go. So that song right there meant a lot to me, especially during a very emotional time of my life, watching someone that I absolutely love suffer from an addiction. And so when I say that music heals, that song really spoke to me. And because of this man right here, he helped me to also raise awareness for mental health and help so many people, especially when you're talking about families too that have been touched with things that are just uncanny to even believe, like cancer. My best friend, Michelle, who also I honor 3 years ago, was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. And to watch the emotions that go through her body because she no longer owns her body has been very difficult for her. And I remember talking to God, and I know I've talked to both of these young men that are very close to God. How do I pray? Because I said to God, I said, you're not going to take her. And I meant that. I just lost my mom. I just lost my best friend from lung cancer. And I said, you're not going to take her. And with the fight, too, with Michelle, and she's not here, she lives in Michigan, I fight for her. She also received a stem cell transplant, and through that, she was able to get a new body. But in time and time again, I talk to her, and it's not easy. I mean, Stephen would say it's not easy. So I just want to say once again how music and what you guys are doing tonight, I just thank you so much for being here and providing that.
It's our pleasure.
We have another Crusader that is going to be joining us. We're talking about a woman who walked into my life, and I believe that I've talked to Rip about this many times. There was a book that I read, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, that I read that actually after my dad had passed away, that I believe that people come into your life at certain times to get you through to the next journey. In the minute that I had put onto social media that I was nominated for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, I received a message through Instagram from a young lady who said, Krista, I want to let you know that I was just touched with this in my life, and I want to do something to honor her. And so I wanted to introduce you to Tara. She is a Crusader, and she is fighting for a beautiful woman that was in her life that she still talks about, and she shared her mom's story with me. So come on over, girlfriend. Say hi to Tara, everyone.
Hello. Make sure it's working.
Are we on? Yeah, here we are. So again, that's how we met, Tara. I mean, just out of the blue, you reached out to me, and your story touched my heart very much so. Tell us your journey about
how this has taken and touched your life.
I just lost my mom to acute myeloid leukemia on February 3rd. Found out the end of January she was sick, and 11 days later she was gone. So it is a very aggressive, fast-moving cancer, and we hadn't even really grasped what was going on with her, and she was gone. And it's been hard. I mean, the first thing, like, when I talked to her about how I happened upon her, I had actually called the Leukemia Lymphoma Society and said, what can I do to help? I want to help. And they're like, well, we have lots of programs that are coming on. There's Light the Night, there's this, there's that. And just happened to get off the phone with them. The minute I got off the phone, saw her post that she was doing Man, Woman of the Year. And I'm like, Krista, like, what can I do to help? So, yeah, we are still reeling from it. I have 3 brothers. I'm the oldest, and therefore kind of the responsible one with my mom. She actually, we had just put her in a nursing home for Alzheimer's leukemia. She was high functioning, so I kind of describe her as Finding Dory. That's what my mom was. She would just be like scatterbrained. And when she got to the hospital, they had said her platelet count was so low that they couldn't even believe she was conscious. She was kind of garbly, so we were kind of not understanding that, and he said it's because of the platelets. My family's all in Illinois, and I'm up here. I came up here to go to school and stayed. And she was down in Rockford, and they had called and said, you know, she needs more help than we can give her. Would it be okay if we transfer her to UW-Madison? And I'm like, well, yeah, and then I don't have to drive. So she came up. We found out she had leukemia. We had the family meeting. They asked what, you know, our next steps were going to be. We didn't know. We said, please tell us how long you think she has. And they said probably 2 weeks to a month, which, of course, we were devastated. So what can we do? You know, and in that time that she was in the hospital, this is still, you know, COVID. So there's a lot of those restrictions. And we were so grateful to UW Carbone Cancer Center because they allowed us to come in and visit every single day, spend time with her. We still, as we were in the hospital, very confused because she seemed so normal. And they said it was because she was having transfusions and platelets every single day, but that's not a quick fix, and she can't do it, you know, sustain it for a long time. And people have seen, I have shared a picture of my mom, me holding her hand, because I kind of wanted people to see the devastation of what had happened to her. I mean, she was completely bruised from all the transfusions, and her face was fine, of course, but her hands and her arms were really bruised up. And my mother has always been the type of person that believes God's will. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. She had always, you know, voiced to us that she would never want his heroic measures, no life support, nothing. It's God's will. And she's very much what we kept her in mind. You know, we did a lot of praying, trying to figure out our next steps. And they suggested hospice care. So we took her to hospice care. And again, like I said, it was so weird because she seemed so normal. I mean, but she really wasn't. And then even the day that she had passed away, I had gone down to her and brought some Valentine decorations. And she had only been in this hospice care for 6 days. And the social worker was doing demographics with her. And she says, well, I went in and talked to her this morning. And she told me she has 2 brothers, Lowell and Kent. And I'm like, I looked at her really funny. I said, she's from a family of 8. And I said, but those are the 2 that passed away. And the minute I said that, I just knew something was wrong. And I said, something's not right. And sure enough, the hospice nurse came running down the hall. And she's like, you got to come now. And yeah, so I grabbed her hand. That's when the picture of the hand. And I just couldn't let go because I knew, you know, she was going. She looked up, you know, to the right, and they say a lot of times that's what they look when they're, you know, getting ready to go to heaven. And she took her last breath. And yeah, so this is real new for us, real recent. I shared in her obituary, she was there for my first breath and I was there for her last. So that part makes me really happy. And we're grateful that she didn't get to the point in her Alzheimer's dementia where she would have just been, just staring into space. Like our grandmother, her mom, had actually died from Alzheimer's dementia. And for the last 5 years, all we remember of her is sitting in a wheelchair staring in space, because that's kind of, what happens. So for that part, I had to try to find the gratitude in what had happened. I had to try to, understand it. I think God always gives us these little God winks. That's what I call them. Like with that thing with my mom's brothers, I knew something was not right, and that's probably was her letting me know. I mean, literally, the nurse had been in there that morning getting these demographics from her. So that's why nobody was, we were so shocked when she did pass away, because, she was fine. But, it is what it is. I just, is one of those things that, as we keep saying all night, we don't care, or I should say cancer doesn't care who it goes after. Children, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, boyfriends, husbands, wives, it just doesn't discriminate. And I think that's what's something we need to really get across to people is, look at this. Within a 2-week period, we had my mom, who seemed pretty normal, and then she was just gone. And, I didn't share the story about the UW hospital. I apologize, I'm kind of scatterbrained here. One thing, the UW hospital Carbone Cancer Center was real helpful to us. And they had said that they wanted to see if she would qualify for chemotherapy. So there was this blood test I had to do, but it would take 2 weeks to get the results back. Unfortunately, the day after my mom died, the hospital called me to let me know that she would have qualified. And I had to share with them that she passed away. And they were so sweet, and the people there are just so wonderful. We were still so surprised everything was going on. Even now I'm still in shock, because Mother's Day was extremely hard this year for me, so yeah, it's just one of those things where it doesn't discriminate, and it can happen, and it can happen super fast. And I just wish people would understand that every little bit helps. 50 cents, $1, we don't care, we'll take it. I don't ever want another family to go through what our family just went through, because it just was devastating. It was so fast and just devastating. So, yeah, that's what we're hoping to do is, Krista and I teamed up, and I got involved with her little Krista's Crusaders, and we've been pushing to try to get donations as much as we can, and hopefully there's a cure at some point. There has to be. I have to believe in my heart that we will find a cure. And that's what keeps me going.
Let me just say, the photo that she speaks of about her mom, it took my breath away.
Yeah.
You don't understand the devastation that cancer can do to the body and change it. And your mom was absolutely gorgeous, as you are. So I remember us FaceTiming so I could get to know you more.
Yeah.
And we just had this beautiful conversation about who she was.
Yeah.
Because she's still beautiful, and as she's looking at you right now, what do you think she would say to people that are listening right now, and why this is so important?
Oh, gosh. It's so important because I think people are given that ability to care, to be helpful. It's one of God's greatest gifts, is to be a helping person. And I do believe with all my heart that every single person has it within them to help people, whether it's through donations of monetary wise or through labor, whatever it can be. I think that everybody, has that built-in ability to do that. And I'm hopeful that people listening or watching will say, you're right. Maybe I'll just forego that Starbucks this week and put it towards, the cause. So we're hoping that people will do that. It's just is devastating. I forgot to add about her afterlife. My mother was, when she found out she had Alzheimer's dementia, was very frustrated, obviously. And she was like, when I die, I want you to give my body to science. And we're like, yeah, right. We just thought it was just the strangest thing ever. Well, 2 days before she died, I had talked to a company called Science Care, and I had actually registered her because she was adamant about that for a long time. During this time that she was, the 11 days we had with her, she just didn't seem to really grasp what was going on. So I guess, I never really asked her again in the 11 days, but we knew, all of us, we were all in unison. I have 3 brothers, and we all, had our little family meeting and discussed what we were going to do. So I called this company called Science Care and registered her to be donated. And they are the sweetest, sweetest company. In fact, I registered myself as well, because if it can help people in the afterlife, she has helped so many research programs right now. They sent me this beautiful legacy letter and basically telling me everything that they were able to use, her for. She's got a very big thing, it's just a vessel at this point. I'm not using it, so why can't somebody else use it? And I think that's a great way to look at it, because that's the kind of selfless person she was. She would give you the shirt off her back and go naked rather than seeing you without something. That's just the way she was. And, luckily she's raised a bunch of givers too. We love to, we're all very helpful, caring, loving people. And so yeah, she's helped so many. I think there's like 17 projects she was able to help with her research through her body donation. They're still working with her brain, because that was a big thing that I wanted to find out. Could they do some Alzheimer's dementia research on her brain? I don't know if they can help, once they pass away, as far as the blood cancer. I don't know that much about what happens after they're gone type thing. So I kind of am afraid to ask about that. And eventually I'll probably get to the point where I can handle, learning more about it. And I have learned a lot. Obviously, since she passed away, I started researching and finding out that nobody knows why you get it. It just happens. And that's what's so scary, It just happens. And it just happened, and now she's gone.
Tara, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful mom's legacy with us. And like you said, coming on board and helping myself and the other Crusaders stop this from affecting anyone else's life. So I thank you for doing that. And you just become someone very beautiful, and I'm so happy that you walked into my life.
Thank you.
So come on now, you take out your wallet. I will go into your car, and I will go into your council, and I will take all the change in there so you can give it up, and of course, to helping us raise money for blood cancer, because that's what it's about. We have about 2 weeks left with Krista's Crusaders to raise as much as we can. I put a big old lofty goal out there because you know what? It's a pandemic, and I was like, go big or go home. So I did. So of course, we're looking to raise $100,000, but we are just raising as much as we possibly can. We are hustling. Krista's Crusaders is hustling. Jory is hustling. Tara is hustling. Stephen is hustling. Shalisha is hustling. Rip is hustling. Nicky Gracious is on board hustling. Again, to everyone else out there, that's what it's all about. We're trying to save lives, and we so appreciate if you have it in your heart to gently donate. $1 goes a long way. Believe me, it all adds up to a great cause of finding a cure. And don't forget that we have these phenomenal, once again, auction items that you can bid on right now. If you love skateboarding, Elements Board Skate Shop gave us an amazing skateboard to enjoy thanks out of Wisconsin Dells. It's all about being local, right? Also, a beautiful framed line painting and card, thanks to our boy Mark Espanol and his crew. Again, I thank you so much. Also, got to give it up to my friends at Harker Heating and Cooling, gas furnace and AC. You can get tune-ups, great deals with that. If you love your Milwaukee Bucks, you can get that. Thanks to our friends at Tellurian for donating this beautiful print. Also, paparazzi jewelry. You see me every day wearing jewels. That's paparazzi, believe me. $5 make you holla. That's all I was gonna say. Also, if you love the duck blinds, we love the Mallards. I love going over to the Mallards. It's such a great experience. You can enjoy a party for 4. And also, it's all about summertime. So us ladies need to get ourselves a little waxing. Guys too, believe me. The hair on your back needs to go. Thank you, Rip. I can see Shalisha pointing at you right now. So you can get that stuff right now in bed. So, all right, give it up. More music. Here we go. He's like, why do you have to keep putting me out there, Krista? It's not me, it's Shalisha.
I see you, Krista. Krista's out there attacking my Mexican side with my hairy back. No, I was playing. I'm just playing. I don't got no hairy back.
Yes, you do.
Hey, yeah, I just kind of want to, before I get into this next song, I just kind of want to, actually, I think Tara just kind of touched on it a little bit. Ultimately, I don't know if it took me a long time to realize this, but our lives are not about ourselves. Like, we are not here to serve ourselves and to just get as much money as we can and as big as house as we can, and you know what I mean, and as many Grammys as we can. Like, that's why you see all these artists, you see these actors, they reach the pinnacle of success and they're like, man, why am I still empty? It's because they're not living the true purpose that God gave us, and we are here to honestly serve others, and we do that we serve God, and we do that by serving others. So we need to understand that our lives, my life is not about me. It used to be for a majority of my life, and that's what ended up ruining me, was my life was about me and how much things I can accumulate and how good I could look to other people and how powerful I could become. It actually ended up ruining me, and that's what this next song is about. And it's again, guys, our lives are honestly to serve God and serve others, and we serve God by serving others. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the hands and feet of like Jesus. Really, like if he was here, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would he be doing? Like, he was the most selfless dude ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're called to do. I know it's very hard. I know myself a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? I have a selfish nature myself, and it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? To fight the fleshly desires. But we got to remember that our lives are greater than us, and we are not the center of the universe. Our lives are truly about other people. So if I can be out here and I can help using my talents that God blessed me with to help, try to help you guys in any way that I can, I'm here to be there. And yeah, so if you guys can donate, tinyurl.com/Krista's mic drop will take you to the URL where this whole fundraiser is being hosted right now, and you can donate to it. I'm just one of the awesome Crusaders out of many. She's got a whole team, a whole squad, really. I'm probably in last place, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? But we're just trying to raise as much money as we can for her team and for the, you know what I'm saying, the whole cause that we're fighting blood cancer. And yeah, again, this next song right here, this next song is a song that, like I said, I was serving myself for a majority of my life, and I was chasing all these things. And unfortunately, these things were keeping me from God's ultimate best. So those things I refer to as Jolene. Krista, you gonna come up here and sing this chorus with me or what? I need you to shout it out, get up here and dance.
Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. I'm begging, Jolene, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can.
15 with an attitude, and he steady looking like he mad at you. Never satisfied, no gratitude. Got a little taste, now he after you. He just opened up the gates, now they passing through. Passing through, now we laugh at you. When the love you give will not latitude. Pursue you too, girl, hush your lips. You can be his anchor, but he jumping shit when you rock the boat. Because of this, hocus pocus, he can barely focus. See you warming over, but he's slow to notice. See you pouring and hoping. Close the curtain with a storm of locusts. When she poured the potion with no emotion, and it got him like, I love the way that she smiled at me. Undoubtedly, she probably can grip me with her lips. I'm sick, Jolene. And it got him thinking, and it got his girl singing.
Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. I'm begging, Jolene, please don't take my man.
chest like his heart is gone. Living in sin and he knows it's wrong, but he got a pain that he's trying to numb. He just needs a man of seizure. Jolene, the one to please ya, like a pill up in the Ibiza. So before it's pleased to see ya, just one more hit is sweeter. You a liar, still a cheater. His soul is tired and beat up. It's time to face the demons and praise the one that freed us. Our God is big for Jesus. I pray the Lord my soul to take, and if I die before I wake, I have faith he'll deliver from Jolene. And it got him thinking you don't want this girl singing.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 no, please don't take him just because you can.
Yeah.
Jolene, Jolene.
Y'all wanna talk about awesome and donating, man. This beautiful woman right here, let me shoot this music video at her house, Casa de Krista. Man, it just fit the vision perfectly, and I appreciate that for you. So y'all check that out. That's Jolene. That's a song on my new album, Delivered. So that's my new album right there. The album's not out yet, but it'll be out soon. But yeah.
I mean, seriously, when you're talking about even like these two creating music, I mean, they travel and they go, you guys shoot the best videos ever. So like just watching the stories in general are just beautiful. You know, and that's exactly what these two guys mean to me. Both Rip and Nicky have walked into my life and really have changed it and been there for me through things that have been difficult for myself. And I just am so gracious to both of you for coming in gracious for doing what you do. You know, you guys were on the show this morning talking about this event, and you know, this has also touched both of your lives when it comes to blood cancer. You know, Nicky, I know this morning you touched on how this has affected your family. Do you want to share a little bit more about that?
So, growing up, I didn't really know my grandfather on my mother's side. And when I finally, you know, had an opportunity to build a relationship with him, he had gotten brain cancer. And my mother stayed at his bedside throughout the entire suffering process and eventually watched him dwindle away. And it took my granddad before I even got to build a relationship with him. And that's what I was saying earlier in regard to cancer not just affecting the body of the person that gets the disease, but it affects everyone near and dear to that person, you know, and it shatters people. And you know, every 3 minutes, that is a crazy statistic, that every 3 minutes somebody is diagnosed with one form of cancer or another. So, like, get on board. You know, like, this is something that has to be attacked. We have to be as aggressive as it is. This disease is a monster, like I said. So, you know, we have to be just as fervent with our attack back. And if that means reaching in our pockets and pulling out a little bit of bread to donate, then, man, let's do that, you know, and let's fight back. You know, I want to give cancer a black eye for taking my granddad. You know, these kids probably want to give cancer a black eye for disrupting their lives, you know, and it just, it's a terrible disease. And like I said, it's very aggressive. So, you know, let's fight back in any way we can.
Yeah. Like I stated a little bit earlier, my grandma, who was actually the only grandma I ever had in my life, all my other parents died when they were young, before I was born. But my grandma pretty much raised us because we had a single mom raising 4 boys. And she would go wait tables late at night while we were coming home from school. And my grandma was one who pretty much helped raise us when our mom couldn't be there, you know what I mean? And like I said, she had she contracted blast cell leukemia, which is a very real quick, rapid onset one. Like I said, like she went in for a doctor appointment on like a Thursday or Friday. And I remember coming home on the weekend. It was like a Sunday night, and we were coming home from Chicago on the train. I remember like my mom getting a voicemail, and they were like, her test results weren't normal, something like that. Like she needs to come in or whatever. We brought her back in like Monday, and then I think she was dead like Tuesday. It was like literally within days. Like it happened that quick. You know what I mean? I mean, I know we all have our time. We gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But like God also provides us. You know what I'm saying? With doctors and healthcare and like all these things. Like he they are the vehicles to be able to do his work. You know what I'm saying? So, the doctors, the nurses, these organizations that are fighting these things, you know what I'm saying? They're literally almost like the hands of God, you know what I'm saying? And so we need to be able to help facilitate all that, and, donating helps and bringing awareness helps, you know what I mean? So, I'm here to help fight the cause. Like you said, it was near and dear to your heart, and whatever we could do to bring awareness and raise money. I mean, I'm in it. This is my life purpose. My life purpose, like I said, is no longer about me. It's about, others. And when you made the call, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't about, oh yeah, let's do it for this, or can I get anything from it? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm here to help, and I'm more than gracious to be here, and I'm honored to be here. And anytime I can do anything to help in my life, I'm gonna be there. I'll answer the call. So.
Thank you. With a lot of the people who have been affected by blood cancer, again, I also lost my uncle to acute myeloid. Many of them have all said that, they were healthy, they were good, and then just out of the blue, their body just stopped feeling good. And this will continue if we don't find a way and if we don't stop what is happening to our families every day, and that is cancer, and we have to get rid of it. So again, with what you two are doing to donate your time for this cause, it just means so much to me. So I thank you for that.
Oh, it's nothing. I mean, I'm honored to be here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, we've got more to continue because this fight is still continuing with amazing music. And again, I'm so very honored to have met this young man here that you actually, you came across Nicky.
Yeah. Yeah, I attribute it to God. Like it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Someone shared. I saw something on my timeline on Facebook with this dude. There's a video out on Facebook where his sister was in the back seat and he was freestyling in the front seat, and he spit this whole song called "Stand Up," which I believe you wrote in jail, right? He's got a testimony himself. He's got a crazy past. You guys will hear in the lyrics, and man, just God saved him from, you know what I'm saying, so many crazy things, drug addiction and so many other things. And this video was just so powerful. I'm telling you, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. Like I've never heard a song like it before. And I saw it on my timeline. Like I didn't even watch it again. Like what did I just watch? Like before I can even like finish the song already, my mind was made up. I reached out to his sister who already posted it. At the time, there was only 250,000 views on it. This was back in the fall of last year. And I'm like, hey, I felt like God was telling me, yo, you got to use your resources to help this dude out in any way that you can. And I'm like, I'm in. I'll help him record a song. I'll help shoot a video. I'll help promote it. I'll do whatever I can that I've learned in this music industry over the last 20 years. And I reached out to his sister, and they both hit me back like really quick, which I'm surprised because, man, that boy's inbox is blowing up. I'm telling you, the last time I checked, it was like 1.2 million views or something like that, thousands of shares. Then we shot the official music video, which is on YouTube. We just released that a couple months ago. That's already at 72,000 views. I'm telling you, this song, Stand Up, has a natural, organic, just like punch to it. Man, it just gives you hope, you know what I'm saying? Because this dude was really in the trenches. He's got a crazy story. I'll maybe let him expound on it a little bit. But man, I came across that video. I reached out, and I was blessed that he actually, out of all the people that was in his inbox, man, he was willing to come, and work with me and come on board with Rip Records. And we're like family now. Like you said, we travel, we do shows. Man, it's a brotherhood. Like man, he lets me sleep at his house, and he's like, "This is your room, bro. You anytime you're welcome." Like we're literally family. That's my brother, and I love him for real. And it was just a blessing. Like I said, it was God's purpose for us to meet, without a doubt. And it was just amazing the way that all unfolded, and the things that I see that God has for us in the future. It is so crazy. Like we just had a crazy show last weekend, and I just like God showed me like He has so many big things for us, and it's our responsibility to just use our talents and use it for good. You know what I mean? And it's just an honor to just, I don't know, have him here and be here, even still doing what I'm doing. Like, I mean, I've been making music for 20-some years. You know what I mean?
I remember you sending me the video. You're like, hey, Krista, you got to check out this guy, man. His name's Nicky. Look at him. He's like busting out this song, and it's like insane. And it truly is remarkable, the song that you created. And this wasn't an easy song. It's not an easy song to listen to imagine that someone's life, this is your life that you sing about.
Yeah, I got a really dark past. I was raised in, a poor family, single mother on welfare. My dad was a drug dealer, in and out of jail, and I started getting in trouble and using drugs at a really young age. And eventually, those same things that I had made a pact with myself that I would never be in the future, I became. And I was abusive to my wife, and I used needles, and I carried guns and was living that gangster life, and it led me to 20 years in maximum security prison. And I had always had the ability to rap. But I was glorifying all of those things that contemporary rap still glorifies now, and secular artists still glorify. The violence, the drug use, the degrading of women, the, glorifying abusing women, the profanity and everything. And I had an experience, a very profound experience with God. And when I called out to Jesus, everything changed, and he turned my life around. And when I started to make music to glorify him, Stand Up was the very first song that I wrote in regard to my life and wanting to confess it to people. Because when you carry that type of thing around with you, all of those dark things, even after you have changed and there's been a transformation, that's still there. And the song Stand Up was pretty much just me confessing. And that confession, it took the weight off of me. Telling somebody the exact nature of what it was that you were and had done, it takes a lot of the weight off. And since then, God has made me a new creation. And he has developed qualities in me that I didn't think that I would ever be able to display. And I love it, and I love him. He changed me, he saved my life. And he can save anybody. This God that we serve, my God, Jesus Christ. And I just want people to know him, And that's what we do this for. That's what we do this for. And we're here to serve. And anything that we can do to fight against something that's not godly, and disease is not godly, we're going to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we should hear. Yeah.
We have it scheduled for the end. Or do you want to do now, or what do you want to do? It's up to you. I wanted to close the show out because it's such a powerful song. I got one more song myself, and then he's got 2 songs himself, and he was going to close out with Stand Up. Again, it's quite possibly the most powerful song I've ever heard in my life. I stand behind it. And again, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. I have personally seen maybe a fraction of the messages he gets. I kind of manage his social media a little bit too, because he's a label mate and everything. But the people that come up to him, I mean, we were at York, South Carolina last weekend, and the people that came up to him from Georgia, like he had a show the week before in Georgia at Celebrate Recovery, a recovery group for addicts and stuff, and they're just like, man, you saved me, man. Like these people who were addicted, who were hopeless, and his story really, I'm telling you, it resonates with the people who are literally at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? The very people that like Jesus like still loves. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody too grimy for him. And this dude was literally like in the prison cell at the bottom, like addicted to drugs and so many other things. And that story will depict that. You'll hear it in the lyrics. But it's, like I said, it's the most powerful song, and I stand behind it. I stand behind him, and it's just an honor to be able to, just be a part of his story. Like, I still can't believe sometimes I got to pinch myself that, you know what I'm saying, I'm part of his story and what God's doing through him and that song and his career. And I look forward to what, we have in the future. But like I said, Stand Up. You guys can check him out, Nicky Gracious, on YouTube and Spotify and all that. His song Stand Up. We shot the music video. I remember when I first met him in Indiana, he was in my house 3 days later on Wednesday. We recorded that song that night. I remember calling you. We had a rough version too in the morning. You were playing it on the radio in the morning. It was crazy. And then we shot the music video the whole weekend. And then you guys check it out, Stand Up. He's going to close the show with that because I think it's the most powerful song. I mean, Deliver go hard, but I mean, that's but that's
Deliver goes hard.
But I'm going to perform Deliver. This is my last song, and then you guys will take it away. This is the intro song to my new song, Delivered. It's kind of a follow-up to Jolene, you know what I'm saying, after I've been delivered from all them things. And I don't know, let's get it. They feel my mind, I'm
Struggling with pride when I decide my desire should be acquired at the time that I want. Will my life align with your heart? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Lately I've been struggling to stay afloat. I've been holding on to every single quote to help me prove that my life isn't a joke. Whoa. Looking in the mirror like what's wrong with me? I'm lost in the wilderness, my life's empty. Falling for every trap, every snare. Someone there, do you care? I can barely breathe, drowning in anxiety. Drowning in anxiety. My relationships are spiraling, suffering. Someone please set me free. My addiction's just another stain on your shirt. My methods just make it worse. As much as I know it hurts, I be playing in the dirt. What's wrong with me? Pornography and sex got a hold up on my life. Thinking about the high and the women every night. When you in the dark place, you know you need a light. Keep falling down, will I ever get it right? Things that you hate got a hold of my life. Get a hold of your life, get a hold of your time isn't waiting for you. Satan's been praying on you, they steady praying for you. Family in Christ adores you, you just been flaking on him. Why ain't you waiting on him? Can he deliver you? That's when you just Jacob on him. Turn your back on the lust and the pride. Dopamine is a lie. You know it isn't worth your soul. Look up to the sky for the prize. Open up your eyes. You know that Jesus came down just to make it whole. Whoa. I ain't never suffered quite like this. I feel like my life is in a vice grip. I need someone to help me see. I need someone to set me free. I can deliver. Who can deliver? Who can deliver? Who can deliver? I'm at the depths of the earth. I can't get any lower. Life's flying, but this battle couldn't be slower. At the core, I feel like a major failure to my purpose. My life is like a circus. All these pigs in the parlor. Lord, arm me with your armor. Make me stronger. Take these afflictions in the harbor and change my heart before it gets harder. Yeah, I'm getting heated, can't escape these routines. And the world is telling me I can have everything, but they lying to me. So I'm sitting here mad cause I don't have what I want. Thinking if I did, I could finally flaunt. My heart is craving for these women when I got a good one at home. But I'd rather be sitting, my head spinning, not feel all alone. I just want this heavy weight on my shoulder, living life with a burden. I can't wait till it's over. He afflicted and scored from his addiction to porn, convicted and torn like this flesh from a thorn. Man, I told you I done been to the bottom. When I feasted with demons and they almost got him. When I heard him say, you're my chosen son, he saved the place to be. He snatched me from a part of the pit where you belong to me. Yeah. I put my faith into a perfect man. So when these weapons form against me, got the perfect hand. Royal flush and no discussion, got the king of kings. His word is my ace, no demons with authority, yeah. I serve a God that can never lose, yeah. He said it's all free, time to spread the news. I'm a winner, Yahweh told me. He's mine, he'll consider the sign, sealed, delivered, yeah. You ain't never met no one like this. Who can make you whole, make you righteous? Christ came here to rescue me. His death yet to set me free. Yeah, I've been delivered. I've been delivered. Yeah, I've been delivered. I've been delivered.
Woo. I need you guys to please go on YouTube and look up RIP Delivered music video. Man, that video's so hard. The visuals are gonna blow your mind. That's without a doubt the craziest music video I ever did in my life. It took 8 months in post-production, and my hand is probably permanently damaged from carpal tunnel. I'm not even kidding you guys. You guys can ask Angela, who bought me all sorts of creams and braces for my hands and all that stuff. It took a lot of work. There's a lot of crazy CGI, so check it out. Rip Delivered music video. It's probably my best music video today. It's crazy. So thank y'all for rocking with me. My name is Rip. You can check me out at whoisrip.com. That's got all our music, well, rip-records.com, but that's got all our music videos and music and all that stuff. So thank y'all for rocking with me.
Woo! Give it up to Rip! Love it, dude. So phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say another phenomenal woman right there, Shalisha girl. I know you on the social media.
Hey,
Again,
that's
being
the homegirl.
Being a Crusader, thank you so much, Shalisha, for being on this with us in this journey too, as well. So I know this means a lot to you. So, yeah, thank you, girl. All right, Nicky, my man. Seriously, we are very honored to have you share your passion, your love, and the meaning behind your music. So give it up to Nicky, guys.
Yeah.
So this first song that I'm gonna do, it was a really personal song. Both of these songs were written while I was incarcerated, and I had changed my life. I went from being a gangbanger, toting a gun, living all that, things that people glorify in this contemporary music, to living for God. And I sat down and I thought to myself, well, all of these things that I had previously been writing, I need to kind of try to, counteract by this new frame of mind that I have. So I started to write music in terms of confessing who I truly was to God and how God had responded to my life. And this song was written when I was sitting in a regional diagnostic center waiting to go to prison. And it's called This I Pray.
First off, Lord, thank you for my life. I thank you for my sin that you put out of your sight. Never thought that could happen, Father God, I'm so ashamed. Memories of what I did always rushing through my brain. It's hard to wrap my mind around how you could just forgive. Can't comprehend the fact that you would even let me live. You know all of the secrets I keep hidden in the dark. All them evil desires that keep on lurking in my heart. Lord, take it from me, cause I hate it that I'm ugly. It's hard to talk to people cause I know that they would judge me. They probably say I need to be locked up inside a cell. He's sick inside his head and he ain't never gonna get well. They'd say that I should die and that would probably be the truth. He ain't fit for society, his confession is the proof. So I keep it to myself cause I'm scared of what they'll say. I reveal myself to you cause I know you gon' make a way. This I pray, this I pray. If it's one thing you gon' do is make a way. Yeah. That you lead me to a home where I can stay. That you hear me when I come to you with tears. And share the pain with you I faced throughout the years. This I pray. I asked you to kill me and then you did. You had to kill me so I could live. This I pray. Everything you showed to me I will remember. And that you love me even though I'm still a sinner. These voices in my head, you hear them too. They persecuting me and they persecuting you. Was diagnosed a paranoid schizophrenic. Tried taking the medicine, now I'm doing it organic. Ain't completely recovered, but God, I'm trusting in your plan. You showed me your light and I put my life inside your hands. People think I'm crazy when I tell them what I've seen, not the visions or the trances. Ain't talking about the dreams, I'm talking about the watchers. Lord, I seen them with my eyes. The way you showed me they was connected to my mind. Enlighten me, Father, I know you showed me for a reason. I picked up on a pattern, seen the signs of the season, and now I'm scared to death for all the souls of my people. Let them think that I'm crazy, but when you rescued them from evil, you handed me the keys and said drive while you can. I hope I don't crash, give me the strength to be a man. This I pray, this I pray. If it's one thing you gon' do is make a way. Yeah. That you lead me to a home where I can stay. That you hear me when I come to you with tears. And share the pain with you I faced throughout the years. This I pray. I asked you to kill me and then you did. You had to kill me so I could live. This I pray. Everything you showed to me I will remember. and that you love me even though I'm still a sinner. I pray you reunite me with my son, and my daughters don't hate me for everything that I've done. Protect them from evil, Jesus, I'm begging you for this. Let me tell them I'm sorry for everything that I missed. Show them you can do miracles, how you heal a broken vessel. Let them call out to you and help them fight against the devil. I pray for my mama, she finally gave her heart to you. Now I pray that my daddy gon' do the same thing too. My sister's still struggling, God, I hope you intervene. Protect my grams and show them all you still the king. I pray for all my friends who struggle with drug addiction. Help Latanya and Kelly, Father, you know I really miss them. Bless Jimmy Graham for all the prayers on my behalf. Help Albert with driving, God, I can't wait to see him laugh. And finally, Lord, I pray you help my stinking baby. I thank you for making me a special kind of crazy. This I pray, this I pray. If it's one thing you gon' do is make a way. That you lead me to a home where I can stay. Yeah. That you hear me when I come to you with tears. And share the pain with you I faced throughout the years. This I pray. I asked you to kill me and then you did. You had to kill me so I could live. This I pray. Everything you showed to me I will remember. And that you love me even though I'm still a sinner. Yes. Grace.
Hey. Hey. Nicky Gracious.
Wow. Every time you sing that, man, it brings tears to my eyes. Like, that's amazing, right? Like,
Yeah, I feel it too. This next song is the song that a lot of people respond to in terms of what they go through in the midst of their addiction. Excuse me. And, you know, since I was so deep into that lifestyle and being a writer and a songwriter and an artist, I was able to capture it. And, you know, this song I wrote in maybe a half hour. It was because it just poured out of me. You know, I was ready to just tell people what it was. It poured out of me, and I was in my buddy's car. We were riding down the road, and he's like, "Do you still rap?" He throws the beat on, and I just started rapping, and I was really feeling it. So, you know, and next thing you know, I woke up, and there was all these thousands of views, and then, you know, as time went on, so many people started reaching out and telling me how it had helped them in their walk of, you know, trying to be sober and get themselves cleaned up. And then as people started to tell me how it had saved their life, and you know, it just led to so many doors getting open to where I could actually reach down and pull somebody out and help somebody. And you know, it's such a huge honor for God to use me now in the way that he's using me. And he did it with this song. This song, Stand Up.
Let's go. I don't know if they ready.
Gracious. God is good.
Yeah.
I promise to tell the truth. I once knew of a man stuck in his wicked ways and holding the devil's hand. Took advantage of people, greedy and nickel slick. Addicted to opiates, he was hooked and he couldn't quit. Not to mention methamphetamine, coke, and a lot of weed. In and out of the slammer, kids that he never seen. Embarrassment to his family, wouldn't hold down a job. If you was a dope boy, you probably was getting robbed. Thought he was Casanova, manipulating the women. Told produce poison, lips dripping with venom. That ain't even the half, stabbed his friends in the back. I knew this man real well, I ain't gon' cut him no slack. If you was part of his life, you know what I'm talking about. He was good at making promises choice. Trying to wade through the noise, I just wanna hear your voice. Satan's got our planet, evil spreading like a cancer. I can't fight it, God, I'm scared, and I'll be waiting for your answer. So either you gon' change or stay the same. Make a decision, I know it's a cold game, but you either gon' stand up or you gon' fall. What you gon' do when your back is against the wall? Satan told me put my hands up, and I surrendered. Open my life to the demons, they all entered. I don't think that I can stand up, so I'ma fall. Nobody cares, and there's no one for you to call. After I reached out to God, he wrote a message on my heart. Said I knew you turned to me, my child, I played it from the start. And the trials that you faced, I let them have it. So you listen, now your ears are tuned to me. I need you to pay attention. You asked my son to save you, now I'm making you my vessel. I'm gonna lead you in the battle, you gon' fight against the devil. Yeah, I know all about you. I know you think you're worthless, but don't question who I choose. I see deeper than the surface. I know you don't deserve it. I know that you ain't perfect, but I changed you, son. I promise you, I made you for a purpose. I know about the drugs. Your wife, I know you hit her. But listen, don't give up because I didn't make you a quitter. You couldn't fight Satan. Fell prey to his attacks. But with me, you can defeat him. That's why I'm taking you back. A soldier for the Christ. Can't you feel that Holy Spirit? Don't question my existence or I will make an appearance. So either you gon' change or stay the same. Make a decision. I know it's a cold game, but I'm here to hold you. Stand up or you gon' fall. What you gon' do? Cause your back is against the wall. God, let me put my hands up. I surrender. Open my heart to your son. And in the end, that I know you gon' help me stand up. I ain't gon' fall. I know you there and you listening when I call. Gracious. Y'all, make sure you check him out. Nicky, Gracious, stand up. Crazy music video. I was blessed to be able to do that for him. And guys, just a reminder, man, if you guys like these songs, you like these performances, I don't think him performing this song ever gets old. They always get hyped wherever we go. That song is crazy. If you guys enjoy these performances, you enjoy that song, guys, please, make a donation to this cause that we're fighting against blood cancer.
Please.
You can go to tinyurl.com/Krista's mic drop. That will bring you to the donation page and this live stream event. It would be amazing. Man, if you guys just appreciated these songs, again, feel free to leave a donation for the performance. If you guys felt a heartfelt message to these people who gave these wonderful stories and missed loved ones, please go ahead and make a donation. Just if you're feeling any sort of, thing, placed on your heart to make a donation, we'd appreciate it. We're out here just raising money for Krista and her squad. Krista's Crusaders.
I love you. Yeah. What's up? You guys, seriously, amazing. Oh my gosh, so much love. I want to personally thank each and every one of you again for joining me in this fight. It means everything to me, and the amount of time and effort that you have put into this. So, Nicky, thank you so much for doing this for so many people. I appreciate you.
I'm honored.
Appreciate you. Rip, dude, everything. Thank you so much for doing this.
It's nothing. It's really nothing.
Shalisha, girl, thank you for coming out here and providing your talent. Stephen and Jory, for continuing to share your story with people and joining my fight along with this means everything to me. Tara, thank you for walking into my life and sharing your mom and with so many in our community to try to save our mothers. They're our bestest friends in the world. And Lori, you have my heart, girl. What you go through as a parent, no one could ever understand. And for you to share her story with us every day is a blessing. And for so many others out there, thank you again for joining in. And again, we're not out of time yet, but we need your help. Yeah. We need a lot of money, honey.
We need that change.
We need your change, honey. And your cup holder. Go into your laundry room. You know you have it in your dryer. Go get the money. So again, we are hustling as much as we can. And kind of how this is working too, along with Krista's Crusaders, is every dollar goes to a vote. And with the team that I have, the fierceness that they are, our goal is, again, to raise as much money as we can. We are in a very beautiful competition with other lady bosses out there. And in the end, someone will be named with that title of Woman of the Year. But it all goes to the great things about, again, the cure in the research. So with that said, again, we've still got major things to be offered off right now, like Elements Boards Skate Shop. You can enjoy a skateboard. I know Gia loves her skateboard right now. You also can enjoy a beautiful line painting and a card that was done from Mark Espanol. Again, listening to us behind bars, a beautiful human being who lost his family to cancer. Milwaukee Bucks print donated by our dear friends at Tolarian, because mental health is extremely important to me, ridding the stigma of that. So make sure that's always in the back of your mind to always keep the conversation with you going. And also Party of Four with the duck blind and velvet waxing as well. So do what you can. Again, thank you so much to everyone for coming out here today and fighting blood cancer with me.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's my honor. I feel it's my purpose in life, and we need y'all to donate. Let's go. tinyurl.com/Krista's mic drop.
That's right. And a huge shout out goes to James and Trevor and Kaylin and Bonnie. Thank you so much for doing, you guys, taking your time out today. We love you. Thanks so much again from 93.1 Jams. Drop in for a cure. Mike drop in for a cure with Krista's Crusaders for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.